Hey, what's up guys? Sergeant Duncan here with the Nevada Army National Guard. I'm just going to make this video as quick as I can. I want to give you guys a rundown of what it is that the National Guard does and some of the benefits that come along with joining the National Guard. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a good understanding of what it is that you might be signing up for. So let's start from the top. Let's talk about the National Guard's purpose. The National Guard is the only component of the military that has a dual mission. When I say dual mission, that means we work for the federal government and we work for the state government. So we do wear the United States Army uniform, so we go through normal United States Army training, and we can assist the active duty and the Army Reserves in time of need, but our primary mission is to answer to the orders of the governor. So some missions that we might be doing are natural disasters like hurricanes, floods, wildfires, and so on. Pretty much anytime you see someone in the United States Army uniform on the news providing relief for a hurricane or anything like that, it's always going to be National Guard, because that's what the National Guard is here to do. Cool thing about falling under the federal and the state government is we're also the only branch of service that gets to double dip in the benefits, and that's going to come in really handy when it comes to college money. So we'll talk about that here in a few minutes. Let's talk about the commitment really quick. Everybody who joins the National Guard has to start out part-time. So that means your commitment is going to be as little as 39 days a year. That's 1 weekend per month and 15 days of training each summer. There's always opportunities to do more with the National Guard, all the way up to full-time like I am, but most people who serve in the National Guard serve part-time. So that leaves plenty of time to go to college full-time or just pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue full-time 28 days out of the month. So the cool thing about being in the National Guard part-time is that you work for us 2 days a month and you can do whatever it is that you want to do the other 28 days out of the month. For most people, that's going to college full-time or working a full-time career. Let's talk about the process of what happens when you decide to join the National Guard. Now, most of the people I work are typically still in high school or just graduating from high school. So if you're still in high school, what's going to happen is you're going to join the National Guard, okay? And then you are going to drill 1 weekend a month in what's called the Recruit Sustainment Program, where we are going to teach you the things that you need to know to get ready for basic training. The National Guard is the only component that has a Recruit Sustainment Program where we actually pay you to learn what you need to learn for basic training. So you'll be in the Recruit Sustainment Program 1 weekend a month all the way up until your basic training date. Now, if you're still in high school, your basic training date is going to be after you graduate. If you're a junior in high school, you also have the opportunity to go to basic training between your junior and senior year. We can talk about that at another time. But you're going to go to basic training as soon as you're done with school. If you're out of school, and we can help you pick that ship date. So once you go to basic training, you're going to be gone for 12 weeks and you're going to be getting active duty pay while you're in basic training. After basic training, you go to advanced individual training. That's where you're going to learn your job skill. You also get active duty pay while you're in AIT. Once you're done with AIT, you're going to be back to drilling status, meaning you're working 1 weekend per month and then 2 weeks of training each summer. Now the pay scale in the military, every branch of the military has the same pay scale. We go on the enlisted side, we go from E1 to E9. As an E1 private, your drill pay is going to be $218 for your 2-day drill. The highest you can go before you go to basic training is going to be E3. That drill pay is $257 per month, so Saturday and Sunday. Now, while you're in drill, your food is paid for, your housing's paid for, and you don't have to pay for anything. When you go away to basic training, you're going to be getting active duty military pay. So let's just say you're an E3, which most people should be before they go to basic training. You are going to make $19.31 per month while you're in basic training. Remember, all food is covered, all housing is covered, everything is covered. That pay is all going to be saved. So you should be able to save somewhere between $7,000 and $10,000 depending on how long you're gone for basic training and AIT. Most people will come home with about 7 and 10 grand in their bank account. So let's talk about college money really quick. This is the most important thing that you need to understand when it comes to choosing a branch of the military. The National Guard is very different because we work for 2 different governments. So not only does the National Guard get to benefit from all the federal benefits, we also collect state benefits. So I am a recruiter for the Nevada Army National Guard. Now remember, Every state has a different set of state benefits. This is very important. We have 54 different National Guards. We're talking about the Nevada National Guard today. The Nevada National Guard is one of the best states to be in terms of education benefits. Let's talk about the federal benefits first. Every single branch, if you're in the reserve component, you get the Montgomery GI Bill. So basically what the Montgomery GI Bill is, it's a check that the federal government writes your college to help with your college tuition. Since I'm here in Las Vegas, let's use UNLV for an example. Let's say you get your bill at UNLV, you sign up for your classes, they give you a bill. Typically, you're looking at about a $1,000 a month bill if you break it down by month. The reserve GI Bill is $392 per month. The GI Bill is going to kick in once you start your classes. So the federal government is going to write UNLV a check for $392 each month. And that is going to be taken away from your tuition cost. So if you're a UNLV student, that's not going to cover all of your cost. Well, we also get the Montgomery GI Bill kicker if you score high enough on your aptitude test before you join. That GI Bill kicker is $350 a month. So that's $742 per month that the federal government is going to pay your college, UNLV, or whatever college you're planning on going to in Nevada. That's $742 per month that is going to get paid to that college. And then that's going to take away from your tuition bill. In most cases, that's not going to cover 100% of your college tuition, depending on what college you go to. But at UNLV, that won't cover 100% of it, but it definitely is going to help. In Nevada, our Nevada state benefit is we get 100% of our tuition waived, meaning your balance is $0 at the University of Nevada in Las Vegas or UNR or Community College of Southern Nevada, Nevada State College, any of those state-funded colleges, your tuition will be waived 100%. So all of that GI Bill money that gets paid to the college is going to come back to you. So that's $742 per month that you're making as a full-time college student, and you're working 2 days for the National Guard. That's $742 per month getting paid back to you after your tuition's already been waived. You also get paid for drill. So between drill pay and that $742 a month, you're looking at about $1,000, a little bit under $1,000 to go to school full-time at UNLV, UNR, CSN, and so on. Textbooks, they're reimbursed as long as you pass the classes. We also have a student loan repayment program. If you already have acquired any student loans, we can talk about that at a different time. And then we also have the ROTC simultaneous membership program that we can also talk about at another time. But what this does, once you start your sophomore year, you'll have your room and board waived and an extra $350 a month to start on top of everything else. Now, if you're getting any other scholarships from the federal government or anything along those lines, those scholarships are going to add on top of everything that we've just talked about. So let me reiterate that really quick. If you're in the National Guard, you pay $0 for tuition. If you're in any federal component of the military, so Air Force Reserves, Army Reserves, so on, if you're in any of those components, you still have to pay tuition, and then that GI Bill just helps. So you're still going to come out of pocket a little bit for your college. If you're in the National Guard, you're not going to come out of pocket at all, and you're going to make money back, $742 a month, plus your drill pay. Okay, really quick, let's talk about jobs. I'm not going to go over every job in this video. The jobs that you qualify for are going to be based on what's called the ASVAB test. Now, the ASVAB test is a test that you have to take before you join any branch of the military. Once we have your ASVAB scores, I can give you a list of jobs, and as long as we have it open in Nevada, I can enlist you into that job. You will have a job assigned to you before you ever sign a contract. It doesn't have to coincide with the job that you decide to go to college for. You can treat it more like a hobby while you're going to school full-time to do whatever it is that you want to do. Some other benefits that are included with being in the National Guard, we get very good health insurance. Everybody knows that the military gets good health insurance. We're on the same healthcare plan that any federal component is on. It's the same thing. It's called TRICARE. If you're part-time, you're going to be on a reserve version of TRICARE. We also get life insurance. If you do decide to stay in long-term, even if it's part-time, at the end of 20 years, you're going to be vested for a federal pension. So we have a federal retirement plan if you decide to stay 20 years. Basic qualifications to join the National Guard. you have to be at least 17 years old and you have to be at least a junior in high school. If you're still in high school, you have to be in good standing and on track to graduate. If you're already done with high school, you need to have your high school diploma. In some cases, you can join with a GED, but not all cases. You have to have a clean criminal background. You have to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. And you have to meet our height and weight and physical standards, which we can talk about individually. If this is something that you're interested in doing, get with a recruiter and sit down and go over all your options. Your next step at this point is, if you're working with me as a recruiter, Sergeant Duncan, shoot me a text message and let me know that you watched this video. Please subscribe to this channel and let me know any of your questions that you have in the comments, and I'll try to make a video talking about those questions. For me, text message is the easiest way to go. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments, and please subscribe to this channel.